Hello, this is Reverend Don Lewis coming to you from beautiful Florida. And I have arrived safely in Florida where I will be spending the winter. And although I'm still getting acclimated, I thought I would start up the vlog again with a question from last night's Chancellor's Chat. And this is actually a rather involved question. I'm going to take it in pieces. And the first part of the question has to do with the idea of a poltergeist. So for all intents and purposes, let us say the first question is, what is a poltergeist? And the answer to this is that the term poltergeist means a noisy ghost. And at one time, people thought that a poltergeist was a kind of haunting where things manifested physically and furniture would move around and there would be unexplained noises and other physical phenomena. But in the 19th and 20th centuries, there was a great deal of research on paranormal subjects, and you'll often hear me say that it's not enough to pass on the things we've learned, we must expand them. And there was a lot of expansion at this time. And one thing that changed drastically was people's idea of what a poltergeist was. And generally speaking today, when we use the term poltergeist, what we're referring to is a physical manifestation caused by ungrounded energy. And the kind of things that you most commonly see in a poltergeist experience are pieces of furniture moving on their own, or shaking, or doors opening and closing, unexplained sounds, etc., but with no particular unifying theme. And generally speaking, there will be a particular person in the home around whom these activities will be centered. And that person is usually completely unaware of their connection to the situation, but it usually has to do with their energy. And it's a person who is naturally psychically open, although usually untrained, and who also is at a point in life when they have a great deal of energy that they are not accustomed to handling. Usually this occurs when a member of the household is at the onset of puberty, and less commonly with menopausal women. But it happens when there is a physical change of life taking place that is creating a great deal more spiritual energy that the person is unfamiliar with handling. And this energy being ungrounded will basically be bouncing around off the walls. And if you're a Star Trek fan and you remember the death of Sarek, Spock's father, when his emotions were basically bouncing around to people other than himself, it's a similar idea, except it's energy, not emotion, although occasionally it can involve emotion as well. So that's basically what a poltergeist is, as we would conceive of it today. What do you do for a poltergeist? Well, you ground the energy. And there are a number of ways to do this, and we talk about these in the First Degree book because it's a very basic, very important technique. But you would want to help the person to learn to ground their energy, and you'd want to do a grounding of the energy in the house. And that would be my recommendation for what to do if you experience a poltergeist. So I hope that gives you something to think about, and until next time, may you blessed be. Today's program is brought to you by the word grounding. Can you say grounding? I knew that you could.
Grounding. Clearing and releasing excess energy to focus oneself back to the physical, here and now, after magical or psychic work. Grounding is done by allowing excess energy to flow out of the body so that it can be returned to Mother Earth to be used in other, more productive ways.